Alright, this is going to be part 2, continuing on from part 1 of mental toughness. If you missed part 1, basically just like giving my personal definition of mental toughness and giving like some categorized themes and stuff that you can look at to, build and develop your mental toughness. So in part 2, I'm really going to give you more practical steps that you can take to develop and, grow, and like actionable things you can do to work on your mental toughness. Just kind of reviewing, like the way I view and see that define mental toughness is basically just like one, being able to not get too high or too low and be able to stay calm and focused in like any situation. So during the game, whether you're up 10 or down 10, whether it's a close game or whatever, you're able to stay calm and focus on what your objective is. Other definitions basically being able to overcome short-term, urges of gratification to, stay focused on the long-term success and like the long-term benefits that you have. Like for example, being able to like, eating junk food. That's a short-term thing where it tastes good in the moment, but long-term it's not really that healthy for you. Being able to like going out and drinking. Like drinking is cool, you feel good, like in the moment, but then long term you're damaging yourself and your health. So it's like being able to overcome the short term urges and benefits of things that feel good and in our mind is great, but in actuality long term is not benefiting us. So that's just the best two definitions that I could really like summarize what mental toughness is. And so within this video I'm gonna break down, 3 different actionable steps and just kind of like giving some examples of stuff that you can do to grow and develop it. So getting into it, number 1 is going to be just like getting out of your comfort zone, man. I've learned that in order for you to be great, you can't grow as much in your comfort zone. Being in the comfort zone is a great thing, but it's the worst thing to do if you're really trying to be great and grow and elevate yourself. So one thing to do is really get out your comfort zone. So one thing that I've actually practiced myself and tried for myself is doing a cold shower. It's a very tough thing to do. It's a challenge for you because it's once again overcoming short-term pleasure of benefits for long-term gratification. So short-term, it feels terrible to be in that cold shower. You freezing cold for however long you're gonna do it, and it's like it sucks. But being able to overcome that, you're overcoming that short-term urge for the long-term benefit of mentally being like, okay, I can get through this challenge, I can get through this tough part right here to overcome, to be in a better space. So that's why I like doing that. It was just a challenge, man. When I first started doing it, it was tough, but over time I got more comfortable with it, and that challenge became a little bit easier and easier as I developed and grew into it. Man, just overall had really good health benefits. It increased your circulation, help your blood flow a little bit easier. If you did it after a workout, it reduces your soreness with the muscles and everything. I like doing it in the morning, so I take my shower. Then after I get done my actual shower, I turn the cold on and let it run for a minute. And however long I did it, I think I started doing 30 seconds at first, and I grew like 45 seconds a minute, kept going up and up until I did it for like 2 minutes maybe. Really, it's up to you, man. Like keep going and pushing yourself to where you feel like it's gonna be a challenge for you. That's the biggest thing. But overall, like it helps improve your metabolism. It helps you lose weight if that's a goal of yours. If it's not the key to it, but it's one added thing it's a supplement that can add to that overall process of losing weight. But it's just a good tool to use to challenge yourself and get out your comfort zone. So you can do weekly or monthly things that can just challenge you. Weekly or monthly challenges. Another thing I did was to make sure I added one fruit or vegetable into my diet. So every month I have a specific fruit or vegetable that I wanted to add to my diet, and I made myself eat it. Before I got to the rest of my food that I actually wanted, I challenged myself to eat that one specific thing, and I would have to finish it. I get a certain amount to where, not enough to where it'd be like, okay, that was easy, but not too much where it's like, I'm not about to eat all this, I don't throw it away. So my thing for a while was carrots and green peas. I didn't like either one of those for growing up. Then I almost went vegan for a minute, so I was like, I got to expand my palate. I had to do more. So I just took that as a challenge to be like, okay, I need to add more to my diet, so let me go ahead and just add these because I have to do more. So by doing that, I challenged myself to be like, okay, every time it's an option or it's available for me to get it, I got to go ahead and eat it. So started doing that for a minute, and now I'm at a point to where I'm not in love with them, but I will get it just because it's something I can eat or I would eat, and I know it's a good option for me. Another thing you can do is have like a new workout challenge. Especially for my hoopers, this is really dedicated to you guys. Get with your coach or your trainer, or get a trainer or somebody that can challenge you and say, hey, this is a new workout for you to work on, and this is a new thing for you to work out on. Like whether it's your conditioning, whether it's your ball handling, something that challenges you and push you to a next level. Because once again, being in the comfort zone, you can only grow so much. So get a new challenge or a workout to push you and get you to a next level. If you've been working out, figure out something to get you out of that comfort zone, like whether it's adding more weight, adding more reps, doing something else, like a faster time to make you push yourself a little bit further. Like if you're doing a mile run, get your mile time shorter. Different things that can challenge you and push you to another level. That's a nice challenge for you. If, personal development, if you're an introvert, you're a little bit shy, figure out something to push you out of your comfort zone to do more extroverted activities. Go out and meet somebody new, go out and do karaoke, do things that are more extroverted to push you out of your comfort zone of being an introvert. Go put yourself in more social situations to where you can grow and develop yourself. It's a challenge for you. So on the flip side, my extroverts, figure out something to do that's more introverted. Be alone sometimes, read a book, watch a movie all by yourself. It's not a bad thing to be alone sometimes. It's not, a crime to be alone and like to be by yourself. So push yourself to be more introverted sometimes and do things alone. Always look for new leadership opportunities. Another thing, I believe that we're all leaders. There's different areas that we all lead in. So looking for opportunities for you to develop and grow yourself as a leader is a thing that pushes you out your comfort zone. So if you have a position that, if you're working at a job, you got an opportunity to grow in leadership, look for opportunities to grow in there. If you're at school, look for opportunities to be in leadership positions. If you're in a group or whatever, basketball team, you have practice, look for little small opportunities to be a leader and step up and do things. You don't have to always be the loudest guy in the room or the loudest guy in practice. It's just physically doing stuff, being the first in line and going through the drills, being the first in line to, go through this new workout, be the first one to do whatever. That's what leaders do. So look for opportunities to grow in leadership. Next practical thing I like to categorize it as getting you mentally tougher will be to tell yourself no / fasting. I believe that fasting is a dope tool to use and a very powerful tool to use if we are using it right, especially for the spiritual benefit of it. In today's, especially in the Western society, today's day and age, we're so used to telling ourselves yes, and we're told to, listen to our bodies and give it what we want, which is sometimes a great thing to do, but sometimes the body isn't always right. You feel me? And it's like we have to develop that discipline and mental toughness to be like, well, I know you want this candy and sugar because it tastes great, but no, you're not getting it right now. Or yes, you want to sleep in because it feels amazing, but no, we need to go work out right now. Yes, I want to talk crazy to this person because they disrespected me, but no, we need to be smarter and think long term. Remember, overcoming short-term gratification and benefits for long-term benefits and success, or whatever I said before. So, it feels good right now to cuss this person out, go crazy to them, but long-term, what they're really getting. You know what I mean? So just weighing out your options to being able to tell yourself no would be a powerful thing to do. Having self-control over your body, being able to be disciplined and be able to lock in on what you know that your body needs, rather than your body always telling you what it needs. So being able to like tell yourself no as far as, you know, food in your diet, you know, if you're eating right, if you're you know, I'm not saying you got to eat perfectly clean, but being able to have it under control to where you're not just eating crazy all the time. You're not always eating fast food, you're not always eating junk food, always eating candy and sweets and stuff. Like being able to like, okay, you know, I'm only going to eat candy on Mondays or whatever. Figure out something to where you feel comfortable as far as your development and growth, but not so constricted to where you feel like you're going crazy. You know, I would love to be in a world where we could just be like cut everything off whenever we want to, and we'll be all right. But in actuality, most people can't really just cut this thing off and go cold turkey. So we have to discipline ourselves within it and be able to tell ourselves no how we need to. So, you know, spiritually, it's a great tool to have to where we get closer to God, and by cutting off, you know, things of our flesh, we're spiritually getting closer to God and through that whole practice. So I'm a big fan of that. I'm not perfect with it, you know. I'm trying to figure out for myself how to do that, especially with my schedules and my day-to-day life and changing everything. But that's a dope thing that I do enjoy somewhat. I ain't gonna lie, it's a struggle, but long term, like I said, long term is a great tool to use, and I know the benefits. I always feel the benefits of it, so I got to get back to doing that more consistently. But just more practical things to say. Things like meditation. You know, we lose focus a lot of times, and meditation helps us gain that focus back. You know, it's helped us to lock in during that moment. So meditation is a dope thing. Being able to read. I love reading. I'm a book nerd, bookworm. I believe that that's one of the most powerful tools we can use is learning. Like, we have information given by people who are intelligent and they're brilliant, but we refuse to go read the information they're giving us. It's just, I refuse to be one of those people. So I love reading. Finding a hobby, you know, that's a dope thing to do. Instead of like watching TV or being on our phone all the time, we should find something constructive or, you know, beneficial to do by having a hobby. You know, it's something to stimulate our mind and help us grow in that area. So hobbies are a dope thing to have for that. Like working out and going on a walk, you know, do something fun for your body for long-term benefit that you should have to do. And so my last step for this mental toughness practicality part is going to be creating a schedule and something to like structure and discipline yourself to. A lot of times we get so unorganized and sloppy with our lives to where we just kind of live on autopilot. It's not a healthy thing to do sometimes. You know, we should be mindful and be in control of what we have going on, because we get to a point where, especially when you get in college and after college, it's like life is kind of just like almost whatever you want to do. Like once you get done with a couple classes for the day, you're pretty much done. You know, when you're in high school and middle school, you got summertime. For the most part, you got a lot of freedom, but you know, you get too caught up in you want to go out with friends and want to stay up later because you can, and do all this other stuff because you finally can. But it's like, are you gonna be disciplined and focused enough to get a schedule and go to it? You say you want to be great at basketball, so okay, let's train. You know, let's get a schedule to where I'm training from 5 a.m. in the morning to 7 a.m. Take a break. You know, might work out again at 11 or 12. Take a break, work out again at 4 or 5, and I'm done for the day. Or I go twice a day. I work out at early in the morning, and afternoon. Or work out once a day, whatever time frame you want. But find some type of schedule to where you're able to like click and make sure you're functioning, because it's easy to be like, okay, I want to work out today, but you don't have any schedule set. And then you just go through your day wondering, you know, whatever, and it's like, oh man, I didn't work out today. I'll get to it tomorrow. And all right, so you get caught up in playing video games, you get caught up in, you want to take a nap, you get caught up in going seeing your friends, and it's like, the day has passed, you've done nothing productive at all. You got no workout session, no film session, you didn't eat like you're supposed to, you didn't spend time doing anything you're supposed to. You didn't meditate and read, like I said before. You're not doing anything constructive to build your mental toughness and to build yourself to be a better person like you say you want to be. So just like setting a schedule is a way to develop that mental toughness. Say, okay, I know at 12 o'clock I need to go ahead and get ready because I got my training session at 1, I got to go work out at 1. So mentally, you always going to be on edge and be sharp and be a little bit more alert because, you know, you have a time schedule now. And also, it's a thing to where it's about efficiency. A lot of times when we have a goal and it's like, we don't have any timetable on it, we just lazy and it's like, I'll get to it when I get to it. When you have a schedule, it's like, yo, you got 2 hours to get this thing done. Your body and your mind's a little bit more alert. And it's like, yo, I got to get it done. So having that schedule and a timetable on yourself creates that mental toughness. Be like, no, I can't watch TV right now. I got to get this thing done. Or I can't go to sleep. I can't take a nap. Or the nap's going to be a lot shorter because I have to get this stuff done. So that's a dope thing that I feel like we should do, because having that discipline and having that habit built of that schedule helps us to build a healthier lifestyle for us. Because say change your thoughts, you change your words, change your actions, change your habits. Change your habits, change your lifestyle. I think that's how it goes. So it's like by building all of these things up, you have a schedule of having good habits. Those good habits build to you having a good lifestyle. And that's back to mental toughness, to where you're mentally built for this. Your lifestyle is built because you're so mentally tough. Most people just go through life as whatever. You're mentally tougher, so you won that edge already. So when it's time for you to focus in on, you got a new project you got to work on. All right, cool. I already know the timetable that I already have to work in. So now I know from 5 to 9 every day I got this free time right here. I can knock it out. Or I only want to work on it 2 hours. So from 6 to 8, I'm working on it. From 5 to 7, work on it. Whatever you want to do, you know that now because you're mentally ahead of the game, rather than just I'm gonna just freestyle and do whatever. Like, that's not okay. So now you built up this mindset and mental toughness to where it's more systematic and it's more organized for you. So that's pretty much all I got right now, man. Those 3 basic steps that are pretty practical and some real life advice that I can give you to develop and build your mental toughness. So just challenge yourself, get out your comfort zone, be able to push yourself out of that easy life that we have, being able to tell yourself no, being able to like fast and deny the flesh and deny your body what it wants, to really give it what it needs. And the last one was to really create a schedule and be disciplined with your lifestyle. All these things require the same things, really discipline and focus, because that's the 2 things that a lot of people lack in life. They say they want to be great and do things, but they're not disciplined enough to take the actions and steps that's needed to conquer it and make sure it gets done. Or they're not focused and they lose track of mentally what they're supposed to be aiming at. So they focus on the wrong thing. They focus on sleeping. They focus on basically being lazy, and it's not really getting them where they want to go. But you have to play this mental game with yourself, to where you are going against yourself and pushing yourself to where you're doing better than what you did before. A lot of people don't want to play that mental game, and you have to figure out how to do it. You have to get to a place where you can complete control of your body and of your mind, to where, like I said before, telling yourself no, because now you're in control of your body. Your body's not going to take over that urge. The urge to eat this candy is very strong when you're mentally weak. But the mentally stronger you are, it doesn't matter how high that urge gets. You're telling yourself no already. So you're already built for it and you're good. So if you get to a place where you control your body and you control your mind, mentally tough, you're going to be a lot further than most people, especially in Western society, like in America and stuff. So that's it. Hope that's very helpful, very practical steps to help you develop and grow your mental toughness. Share this with a friend, a teammate, your son and daughter, granddaughter, grandson, niece, nephew, your players if you're a coach who needs to work and develop the mental toughness. It's okay if you get sent this, they saying that you're not the mentally toughest, that's fine. Or they might say you might be mentally tough, but there's another level that you can get to. Because I didn't feel like for the longest I was mentally toughest. So I'm taking that as a challenge to myself, to things that I can do to build myself up to be resistance against stuff I talked about before. So, work on it. Take whatever you need to. Look up other steps that you want to have that you can use to build your mental toughness. But just grow and develop, man. That's all I really care about. Like you developing and growing mentally, being able to get to a better place. So hopefully this helps you. If you like it, subscribe to my YouTube. Got a lot more videos coming out. Got a lot more content coming out. Just let me know what you think. Anything else you want to see. If you got any new ideas of more ways to build your mental toughness, drop it in the comments below. But that's it. That's all I got. So appreciate you. See you.